But it also, that's your mind-body connection. And so that concept is encompassing the ideas that your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs can affect the flow and quality of the energy in your body. So, when you're smiling and when you're happy, you're in a positive mental state, everything feels like it's
Flowing.
flowing, everything feels
Hmm.
like it's moving in the right direction. It just feels good. But when you're in those negative emotions, I don't know what was going on yesterday, but my sister was trying to open up a makeup case, and she's like, "Oh, I can't get," and she started to go into this mental spiral, and I'm like, can I just open that for you?" And I wasn't in any negative state. I was just like, oh, I was just observing her state, and for me, the makeup case opened right up.
Yep.
And she gives me this look like,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I didn't have my mental state was okay. And another example of that is when back in the day, when I was a lot younger, I studied a martial art called Shinkendo. And what that is Japanese samurai sword fighting. And we practiced with what's called a bokken. It's just a fancy Japanese word for stick. And I was really comfortable with that stick. When you're in a martial art and you're using a weapon, it needs to become part of your body. And your mental and your emotional connection and body connection need to become one. And I was like, oh, I'm really comfortable with this stick. Okay, I can do all these kata, which is swinging exercises, and learning how to manipulate your sword or stick, and move with it safely. But as soon as we transitioned into a real sword, we called it a live blade, a sharp three, and Japanese katana are 3 foot, basically 3 foot long knives. And my brain and my mind body connection just short circuited. I'm like, I can't do this because I was told growing up, I was a klutz growing up. I was laughed at by family, friends, classmates, because if there was something to trip over, I tripped over it. If there was something to run into, I ran into it. And I just was told growing up all the time, you're just a klutz. You're just a klutz. And now I'm using something that could either kill me or someone else. And I really, really, really had to rein in those thoughts and really train my mind body connection and that energy from that negativity to something positive, because I had to keep saying, I can do this. That's not me now. That was me then, but that's not me now. That's not my reality now. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And that's what I just kept saying. And eventually that mind body connection, that energy between those two connections clicked. And I was able to use a Japanese katana, a sharp Japanese katana, something that could take off your fingers and do
Mhm.
it safely and do it well.
Yeah,
So,
you bring up a
Susan,
really good point because, even though something might have been true in the past,
Mhm.
um, doesn't mean it has to remain true for you going forward. You
true.
get a choice, and choice is what, clicks those different thoughts in your mind, in your
Mhm.
thoughts, in your brain. And so, Jennifer, you just saying, okay, this is how it was. I am going to utilize this practice, this possibility, these tools in a different way, and I'm going to use my body in a different way, regardless of how it was in the past. So that is just a great sharing of those choices literally can shift the energy and how things are moving and flowing.
Well,
So
and being
love
aware
love
of the
that.
energy, being aware
Yes, right,
of how it affected me.
right,
That
exactly.
was the key in switching the negativity off and
Mhm.
embracing the positivity of being able to do what I was able to do.